My name is Ali Karim. I am from Vancouver, Canada. I'm here in Saudi Arabia about 8 years. My family is here as well. It's been a journey living over here. Education is the key to success in anywhere in the world we go to. Okay, so if you see a man come from a country where there's poverty, but somehow he was successful and he's educated. As a teacher, I always tell people it's not always about the accent. They say, Teacher Ali, I want to sound like I'm from New York. I want to sound like I'm from Canada. But it's not about the accent. It's if you want to learn how to speak English, speak clearly. That's the most important thing. And why I'm saying this, because language is a form of communication. As a teacher, I'm here to teach, and I'm looking at how education is developing in this country. And education is the key. It's so important because, sometimes maybe education before in this country was limited, and that's where it was. And how at this moment, how it's growing, the country is really trying their best, their ability to provide all kinds of tools through education, through softwares, and it is really trying very hard to help the young generation move forward to the next generation. Today, I went to the King Fahad International Public Library. Walking inside there, I felt like I was back in Canada. The place was really welcoming, really organized. Whatever books you want, you will be able to find it. It's a very beautiful place. Saudi students should use this facility because it's there. It's a wonderful place. It's humongous. It's big. It's beautiful. And there's books there, and as they say, knowledge is power. For this society to move forward without education, we will not be able to be successful. There's so many things. One thing I want to say, education is free for Saudis, and they're even getting paid to go to school. So why not take this opportunity, young Saudi men, young women? You should take this opportunity, I want to say our Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said, seek knowledge to the cradle to the grave. This is such an important message because if we don't use our brain that God has given us, and everything is provided for them. Use it, I'm telling you, use it. For sure I would come back here again. I'm looking for a book that is about history, and I'm sure I will find it because this library is just amazing. These are some of the pictures you can see in Saudi Arabia, young girls going to school. These are some of the books and materials they used. Some of the certificates you can see on the wall over here. And this was an actual license plate of the girls' school bus. It's amazing. If you can take a look at that over here, there's a young girl. She's standing over here speaking to the teacher. And there's some kids over here as well. I wanted to just share, this is what a girl would wear to school in Saudi Arabia before. And it is maybe similar also today. So this is a school bell for when the class ends. There's a light with it. Okay, so these are some of the products it was given in the school, the government schools. You have milk and you have beef in a can, peanuts and other stuff was given for free to kids in school. So that is something really interesting, you know. Kids would get this from school. So we have some pictures over here of young people. Maybe they are 15 years old, maybe they're 10 years old, but this is from elementary to high school. Students going on field trips. They're using a donkey to travel to go to a different destination, maybe going to the desert, going to a different city. But these are all students traveling on field trips. Here you can see they're cooking. But all of the photos are dealing with field trips. Here you can see these young people, they are on a donkey and they're traveling to a city called Essa. And in this museum, you have artifacts from various places from the kingdom. You can see it could be from anywhere, but it's really amazing to see what they have here. These are artifacts about 70 years ago. This is what actually students wrote on. So there was no notebooks. There was no notebooks to write anything. This is what materials they used to write on. And you can see later on, we have the first book in the kingdom. That's what they used to write on. This is the first notebook they used to write in the kingdom. I'm just really amazed to hold something like this. I think this is about 50 years ago. This is what in the kingdom they would carry their books to school with. So if I'll open it up, you guys can see. There's a schedule here. This is an actual schedule written, what they would do during the week, what classes they would have, religious classes, grammar classes. This is what they would actually use to carry their books to school. This is a manual printer that was used years ago in the kingdom. And this speaker was connected to a mud wall. So as you can see, you know, just imagine a school that was made out of mud. It's just imagine a school that is made out of mud. It's just amazing. And we have schools today in the kingdom. It's just amazing. So, and you can see the nail, how big it is, because it's going through a mud wall. In 1956, a person in the kingdom lost his pen. So what he did is he printed it in the newspaper that he lost his pen, and if someone finds it, give it to the police station because his name is on it. It's amazing to see these artifacts. Myself being a teacher and seeing something like this from 50, 60 years ago, where students would come and sit here actually. Look at these tables. This artifact was used for drinking water. This table, these bags were used by children. It's just amazing. So these tables that we see here in this picture with these students over here, teacher is teaching here, these tables are exactly from the picture over there. It's amazing, amazing. I'm just so, I can't even, put into words looking at these exams. As a teacher, we teach students, and looking at these exams, these are years ago how they used to write exams in the kingdom here. Moving forward, when the students graduate, this is their diploma or their degree, this is how it would look like. These are some of the degrees and their diplomas graduating. Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, said, seek knowledge from the cradle to the grave. Looking at all these artifacts, it's amazing from where Saudi Arabia came from and where it is today. It's just completely amazing. I want to bring my family, bring my kids. I really liked it, yeah. When I came to Saudi 2012, and now it's 2021, a huge difference. I want to say, when the tourism visa opened up, I think this whole perspective, people coming here, as you know that the Anthony Joshua Andrew Ruiz fight happened. I'm also a boxing coach. That's my hobby. It's my passion, and to see that big caliber of fight that happened in this country, it was amazing. So people from all around the world came to Saudi Arabia to see this fight. But most of all, what amazed me, that people were welcomed. As the country is progressing, I do see the positivity. It's very important for for the people of this country, how they are growing, and I think it's great that they are accepting people from different cultures, different ethnicity, to come here and grow together as a country. So the contribution is very important. How people from different countries they are doing businesses, through tourism and different things. Today I'm living over here, and we all have our ups and downs, but I want to live here. I want to live near Mecca, Medina, and I want to adapt to this culture and appreciate the good that they have. One thing I want to say, that Saudi Arabia has more good than bad. You have to come here and see, because for myself as a believer, I appreciate the good this country has. Right now in Saudi Arabia, I'm a teacher. I work for a university. What I'm doing is I'm teaching, listening and speaking to students. And it's a quite experience, because it's challenging, because at this moment, we are experiencing a pandemic, and teaching students online, it may be at times you'll enjoy it, at times it's difficult, because it's challenging. There's things that you experience teaching online. But at the same time, as a teacher, I am learning new things, also connecting with students in a personal level. I'm there to help them anytime. They're messaging me 24/7. As a teacher, I'm there to support them, give them guidance, educate them. At the same time, create a friendship with them. You know, the students are Otabis. They're from a tribe called Otabis, most of them, where I teach. So, you know, and they're from Duwadmi. So I learned a lot about their culture. So, you know, you know, while I'm teaching, I like to joke a little bit, something I can relate with them. So instead the students falling asleep, when I joke, they wake up and I continue teaching. It's a friendly environment. The communications between me and my students is great. And I'm looking forward to this journey, living here. And you know, I don't know, I might live here for, you know, for a long time. I'm a certified coach in Canada, and so once I came to Saudi Arabia, I have met wonderful people who wanted to learn boxing, and I'm always eager to help people from my skills, my ability that I have, what my knowledge, sharing with them. When I heard about Anthony Joshua fighting Anthony Joshua and Andy Ruiz, it was amazing. It was really, and I actually got to meet Anthony Joshua. It was quite an experience.
Ladies and gentlemen, assalamu alaikum and welcome.
Believe me, the welcoming that people had coming here, people came from all around the world. But why did they come? Because they were big boxing fans and they loved it. They loved it, and I loved it. And it was amazing. So Saudi Arabia had their first world champion. Shout out to Zuhair Al-Khatani, my man. Zuhair Khatani became world champion. He fought on the undercard of Anthony Joshua, and it was amazing. Even now, I will get calls from people, why are you in Saudi Arabia? You know, don't you know that there's bombing happenings all the time? And I'm going to be honest with you, I'm here 8 years in Saudi Arabia, and I'm safer in this country than I will be in another country. When someone even who is not Muslim, who comes to this society and they're trying to understand what is this society about, more they live here, they will appreciate. When we look at the negativity in any society, we will not progress. I feel there is more good in Saudi than bad. Believe me, I'm living here for 8 years. It hasn't been an easy ride. I can say that certain things that has happened to me, you'll be like, why are you still living here? There's so many things that my kids can benefit here. This is a safe country, okay? My family can walk in the street, nobody will harass them. I truly feel safe and raising my kids over here, and we ask God to continue to bless this land and people around the world, whoever is suffering, you know? I'm living in Riyadh for the last 8 years, but I did visit different places. I visited Mecca, of course. I made Hajj, and I visited Mecca multiple times. I performed Umrah. You know, that is just always a beautiful experience. I feel refreshed every time I make Umrah. So that is one thing I can never think about leaving Saudi. Whenever the thought comes to my mind that I have to go back to Canada, I feel emotionally really down, because it's such a experience. Umrah, it's very touching for a believer. If you love the deen of Allah, it's beautiful, you know. Medina, of course, you know, where Prophet's Masjid. Then I visited Taif. The weather is beautiful. I visited Dammam and Al Khobar. Kharij, I worked in Kharij for a little bit, and I have a little funny experience. I ask God that I can continue living in this land, work and provide for my family, because I really feel very happy. And as a Canadian, I adapted to this culture. How? Because I'm a person that is understanding. And if something that I don't like, I move on. So I try to go in the direction of positivity, and we ask, God to bring us better things in life. When you live here in a society for a certain long time, you become part of the society. So I'm living here for 8 years, so I don't know, I feel very comfortable living here now. I go to Canada and I enjoy myself the first week and I miss Saudi Arabia right away.